Hey guys, what's up? Dawnbreaker's back again. So today I am bringing you actually just a quick talk and a quick update about what's going on in my Vanguard life. So basically, today has been a quite rough day because we actually had 14 people in the tournament today, and it was a top 4 cutoff. It's a Swiss round. So basically, it's not out of 3. So one win, we're going by 1 win. So first one to win, bumps up. So yeah. So I got the first in the Swiss rounds. So this deck got me first, and I basically took third in the top 4 cut off. And obviously, if you could have seen from my last video, Miss Great King actually got second or first. So yeah, where this card shop is held at is where this tournament is held at is actually at Bricks Play. It's at Toa Payoh. So yeah, it's not a really hard location to find. I would say it's quite hidden, but it's actually a very nice place to be in. So yeah. Alright, I was just thinking if I would want to like run through I just want to share with you like this deck. I've switched it up. So that the other deck that I showed in my previous video was the Perfect Riser build. So that deck, I realized that it wasn't as consistent as this deck, but either way, the deck has to, it's an auto run deck, but if you don't get the cards you need, you'll be screwed. So yeah, especially when I misgrade. Shout out to Miss Great King. Alright, one more thing which I found really hilarious was that for every of my videos that I film, which is a challenge, all my guest wins me. So yeah, I can't say anything. So that's one thing I have to say, because yeah, I'll just film one video there, and yeah, but I managed to get the content out at least. So that's one thing. Alright, so yeah. Okay, my trigger lineup. The last time I showed off, I think I played 4 triggers, so now it's 6-6-4. So it's 6 draws, 6 fronts, and 4 heals. So I realized that this deck isn't about the crits; it's about more of the pressuring. So with that extra power, if you manage to push your opponent to the 5th damage, this is very, very, very consistent. This will be, I mean, not consistent, but it's actually a little bit more pressuring, because judging by 110k, so Excel Circle, you have that high-powered Razor, and it's a 32k if it's on the power zone, if it's on Excel zone. So yeah, and the great ones. Okay, so I actually made use of the Queen of Hearts and the King of Swords. So that's one thing I missed out a lot, because this deck is sort of if I missed out on Perfect Riser, I have Asura Kaiser. So yeah. So basically what Queen of Hearts does is actually this is a PR card, so it was really, really expensive to buy. So, well, it was for 15 for 1, but since I've been there since I was really, really young, so I'm a regular there, so they have sold me 1 for 10, so this is 30 basically. So if you play a Sentinel, this unit stands up. So yeah, that's one thing I like about Queen of Hearts, because like if let's say my perfect Riser attacks and I stand both units up and I have the Great One custom Riser behind the Queen of Hearts, and my opponent guards for 2 and I did not get 2, and I use my high-powered custom Razor and attack, and they Kanzen that one, then I'll stand this and I'll stand this. Well, this 2 is actually a 15k attacker, both together, but I would say 5k is a lot to guard for if you're actually pushed to a really, really small hand and you've cleared out your opponent's rear guard. So yeah, for every 5k, it counts. It really counts. Well, another card I realized I had been using it wrongly was this Jet Razor. Well, Jet Razor's skill can stack up, so 3k by 3k by 3k. So I realized that in one of my matches when my opponent was mirroring me, it was a mirror match. So yeah, he was doing that to me. I was like, oh, you could stack that. So yeah. Alright, and I managed to learn something new. Well, okay, for the grade 2 lineup, this is a staple card because you're going to use King of Swords. Alright, so King of Swords skill is when placed on, you Soul Blast 1 and you choose 2 units and they gain 3000 power. But if you have 5 or more units on the field, the 3k becomes a 5k. So yeah, I can imagine how much power that is. If you were to pump it all to the air, you can choose 2 units. I mean, yeah, if you have 2 high-powered custom razors. And I changed the Iron Killer. I have 4 Iron Killers right now, so yeah, that's... Well, I figured that the custom riser, which is the grade 2 that pulls out battle riser, is not much of a use. Because I'd rather have the 5k, so it's a 14k attacker, so this is... It can beat through, it can beat down it's a beat down deck right now, so this deck can actually, this card can actually touch a force deck, so that's one thing that is good about Iron Killer, and I'll run 4 of this. Okay. Next up is Burst Razor, so it's a very standard card. Call Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, you get Standard Union when your Vanguard attacks, and gains 3000 if your opponent is at 3 or more damage. Okay, my interesting lineup right now is... Okay, so it's a 4 Perfect Risers. Okay, 4 Perfect Risers, 3 Asura Kaisers, and 2 Powered Risers. So yeah, well, the Batador fighter was actually... It was... Okay, I had to give credit to the Batador fighter because it was actually a 17 attacker, which I liked about that unit, but I realized how much more powerful Asura can be if he is in the deck. Because this deck can actually stand if it's a grade 2 or greater. So I didn't know what's a grade 2 or greater, so I'll be honest on that. I didn't actually know. So yeah, that's one thing I learned. So, and it's a Counter Blast 1 and that unit plus 10k, so that's a lot. So imagine if it's a, let's say this guy stands up, this is a 42,000 attacker, if it's on the XL circle, 32. And if you gain the power from this 10k, this would be a 42 attacker. So that would mean your opponent has to throw 35k guard just to guard this if they're at 5 damage. But even so, using this to clear rear guards and when your opponent is at low hand, it's also one thing I would consider. It will show in battle like what is more useful, and yeah, it's an extra thing. So yeah, I've never opened more than two XL circles at once. If not, that will be either the end of the game or either I win the game before I open my 3rd XL circle, or I lose before my 3rd XL circle. So yeah, just a quick update on what's going on right now. So yeah, check out my cards, my local card store at Bricks Plain. It's located in Toa Payoh. It's at 2nd floor. It's near housing. It's at a housing estate. It's a shop house actually. So yeah, it's not really hard to find. I may post a video on how to get there. So yeah, I will see you guys on the next video, and I hope you learned something new from this video, or maybe Excel content and cringe content. So yeah, Excel content. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.